Welcome to RMS Sales Training and Inspiration. You know me, my name's Rich Norton. I'm thankful and blessed and really excited to be on the show tonight. I'm going to talk a lot about sales and how to overcome objections, because this show, as you hear about, is all about inspiration and it's all about sales training. A lot of the shows we focus on just giving you some great inspiration, because that's a big part of success. You can learn all that you want about being an excellent salesperson. We can give you all the tools, all the training. You can get the videos. You can learn and you can learn and you can learn. But if you don't have the proper attitude, you will not have success. Understand that. It's a thing that goes together. People ask, what is the key to success in business, in sales? The key is attitude, attitude, attitude. So repeat after me. What is the key to success? Attitude, attitude, attitude. That's a big part of it. And then along with that is go to work, go to work, go to work. So attitude, 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 go to work, go to work, go to work. That's the inspiration part. And then we have the sales training. So today's show, we're going to focus in on some sales training. I've got a great show. Looking forward to sharing some wonderful things. But I want you to understand this one thing that I've learned, and I've been in sales since I was 18 years old. And I remember a slogan that somebody said way back with P.F. Collier when I sold Collier encyclopedias. They said, if you go to work every day, you're going to have success, even if you do not know what you're doing. I'm like, wow, because he made one statement which has stuck to me today. Eventually, even a blind squirrel will eventually find a nut if they keep on looking. And that's the same thing. If you think about that in our industry, in our business, if you go out and you pretty much know what you're talking about and you have a good attitude, and you have a good attitude with every single merchant that you meet, eventually you're going to find that merchant that wants to be helped. So it's important that for every merchant that you meet, that you greet them with a good, positive attitude, that you're welcoming, that you're excited about what you're doing, because they're going to make their judgment based on the way they think about you. That first impression is going to be lasting. So when you walk into that business and you're meeting them for the very first time, they're going to make a judgment of you. That's just the way it goes. They're either going to like you, or they're not going to like you, or they're going to be skeptical. That happens. You have to overcome that skepticism. You get the people to like you. But that whole thing about eventually a blind squirrel eventually finds a nut if they keep on looking. If you go to work and you keep applying yourself, all of a sudden you find that merchant that says, yeah, here's my statement here, I want to be helped. Yeah, we were talking about changing the other day, as a matter of fact. Those are what we call natural deals. They're out there. If you work hard, you can find 2 to 3 a week. Lay down deals, we call them. They're just waiting to be written up. They're out there waiting. But the problem is sometimes we go out in the field and we get a little bit of rejection. We go out and knock on about 5 doors, 10 doors. All of a sudden, by the time we meet that proper merchant, it ends up being like, hey, how you doing? My name's Rich. I'm from Retriever. I'm here to help save people money. They're going to like, wow, this guy doesn't seem real excited about what he's doing. Do you got a card? We're kind of busy right now. And you miss that opportunity. So it's important that every single merchant that you meet, you're excited, you have good eye contact, you're positive, you feel good about what you're doing, you believe in what you're doing, and that means door number 1. Hi, my name's Rich, it's nice to meet you. Hi, my name's Rich, it's nice to meet you. Hi, my name's Rich, it's not nice to meet you. Hi, my name's Rich, it's nice to meet you. That's not like, hi, I'm Rich, 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 and you're done. It's all excitement all the way through. So if you do that, eventually you're going to find the merchant that needs to be helped. So you can write 2 to 3 merchants per week just on hard work by having a good attitude. But we want to take you to that next level. We want you to start thinking about writing at least 1 to 2 merchants every single day. Can that be done? Absolutely. The first step is you have to believe that you can do that. When you get out and you're driving out in the field, you should never say, man, I sure hope I get one today. Sure hope I write today. Sure, I hope I don't have a day like I had yesterday or last week. You go out there with belief in what you're doing, belief in your program, but most important, belief in yourself, knowing that I'm going to have a fantastic day. This system works. All I have to do is follow the system, and I'm going to have success. That's what sales is all about. And we want to get you to that level where you can say, I can write 15 a month, I can write 20 a month. If those people that can do it, they're on the board, they're on the leaderboard, they're on the list, the same names are there all the time. If they can do it, I can do it. What's the difference? What are they doing different than what I'm doing? And I guarantee you they're going to tell you exactly what I talked about. What is the key to success? They're going to say it's attitude, attitude, attitude. Go to work, go to work, go to work. If you do that, you're going to have a bunch of success. Attitude, 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 go to work, go to work, go to work. So sales is eliminating objections before they come. Reflect on that. Think about that. Sales is eliminating the objections before they come. Today's show, we're going to do something a little bit different. I sent out a group text to everybody throughout the country, probably about 70 representatives throughout the country. And I said, I want to do something different on tonight's show. What I'd like for you to do is I want you to throw out some things that you're struggling with while you're out there in the field, or things that are happening to you and you're having problems overcoming those objections. And I want you to text them to me. And man, I got some great texts. I got probably about 30 of them. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to go over all of those on this show tonight, but we will go over a lot of that through many shows because we are committed to success for you. Do you understand that? We're making the investment in these shows because we're committed for you to become successful. This is entirely different than the way I came into the business. I came into the business where it's like, here's your stuff, go out and sell it, figure it out, you're on your own, you're a lone ranger, you got not much support at all, just call me when you got some deals. In fact, we have many people coming into Retriever right now that are thanking me left and right. They're like, Rich, I've been with other companies. I started out with another company. What you do with your group is amazing. Thank you for what you do. I thank you for the inspiration. I thank you for the training. I thank you for these videos that you're doing. This is really helpful, and I'm encouraged to hear that because that's why we do this. I just want you to have a lot of success. I get excited. I get pumped up. I get enthusiastic when I see many representatives with Retriever, especially within our group, within our organization, that are having an abundance of success. And that's what we're here for. So tonight on this show, I'll be sharing as much as I possibly can, and we'll do more on future shows. And I'm going to continue to do that because I want you to have all the answers when you're out there in the field. I'm not saying I have all the answers. I'm still learning. I'm still under construction. I'm learning a lot about these new programs, a lot of the products that we have out there, and it's absolutely incredible. When I first started in this industry, all we had was one machine, and that was it. Now we've got something for everybody, and I'm learning all about it. So every merchant that we walk into, we've got something for everybody. Even if it's a small merchant and they want the reader for their phone, Swipe Simple, we have that. We have Point for someone that wants a small POS system. We have Clover, which you see all over the place. I was at Jacksonville Stadium, TIAA Bank Stadium. They have Clovers everywhere. They're advertising for us. Every store, every restaurant that was in that stadium has a Clover terminal. So we have that available for our merchants. We have the new program that's called Cash Discount, which you're sweeping the nation with this. It's an amazing product. It's not for everybody, but it's sweeping the nation because it virtually eliminates about 80 to 90% of people's credit card processing fees. We have regular terminals from the Verifone. We got the Deja Vu. We got NMI. We've got online processing. What I'm saying to you guys is every merchant that we come across, we have something for everybody. And we're going to teach you how to sell them. And we're going to teach you how to overcome objections. We're going to teach you how to handle merchants, how to be talking with merchants effectively, how to close more effectively, how to be enthusiastic. All the inspiration that we're teaching, all the training that we're teaching, it's all here for you. So I'm excited for the show. I'm excited to be sharing with you, and I'm excited to answer all these questions. And while we were doing these texting, it was amazing. People were giving their responses on how they handle it. So already, everybody within our organization is helping other people. That's what it's all about. Success breeds success. I'm excited to share. We will be right back in a few moments. Pay close attention to these commercials, and I'll see you in a couple minutes. Hi, it's Rich Norton. I am a board member for the Haven Horse Ranch in St. Augustine, Florida. This is a wonderful ministry that specializes in equine therapy for special needs children. What an amazing ministry. If you'd like to support this ministry, go to havenhorseranch.org, havenhorseranch.org in St. Augustine, Florida, and you will bless somebody and you'll get blessed yourself. Appreciate you doing that. God bless.
Hey everybody, Johnny Van Zandt from Leonard Skinner here with the sign of Hands and Feet. We want you to go out and donate. We want you to go see them. God bless each and every one of you. Support, support, support.
Amen.
Amen. Hey everybody, Johnny Van Zandt here from Skinner. Hey, I want you to donate to the Hands and Feet West Side. West Side's the best side. There you go. That's where I was born at. Anyway, hey, listen, they're feeding homeless vets, homeless people, helping people recover. They're a good organization. Don't forget, donate to the Hands and Feet West Side. God bless.
Hello everybody, I'm Amy Gandy from Hands and Feet Foundation. It is a nonprofit organization, 501c3, that my husband and I started 4 years ago. What we do is we feed the least of these. We help the least of these in our community and everywhere else if they want to come. We have hot meals every day from 12:30 to 2. After we eat, we have a Bible study every day. We have clothes, food. Once a month we have free doctors, free psychiatrists, a free optometrist, dentists, and these are real licensed practitioners. And we have haircuts on Mondays. We help people get into rehab and detox from drug addiction, life on the street where they need help. We have homeless shelters that we facilitate with, that if they want to get off the street, we help homeless veterans get off the street because there's no reason they should be out. And how we do all this, we do it for free from donations, volunteers, and from people like y'all. We would like for you to look us up on Facebook, Hands and Feet Westside. We'd like for you to look at our website, handsandfeetfoundation.org. Our address is 7478 103rd Street, Jacksonville, Florida, 32210. The Bible says that when you have done unto the least of these, you have done unto me. Thank you.
Hey everybody, go to handsandfeetfoundation.org and support them. Don't forget, support, support, support. For the Son of Man who came to seek and save the lost. Luke 19:10.
Hi, Rich Norton with Retriever Merchant Solutions. I have great news for you today. Many of you have asked about a sales opportunity with our company. The great news is, yes, we definitely do have opportunities. If you're a go-getter, you like meeting people, and you're interested in a position where you can earn residual income, which means make money while you sleep, and great commissions up front, that's what we have here. If you're looking for an opportunity rather than a job, call me at 904-434-4635, or you can email me at opportunity.rps@gmail.com. Look forward to hearing from you. We will teach you, we will train you to become successful. Welcome back to RMS Sales Training and Inspiration. Today we are focusing on sales, because that's the important part also. The inspiration is great, but the sales training is a big part of it also. And we're going to keep improving. As I talked about, none of us ever arrive. We're constantly evolving. We're constantly growing. I was talking with a representative today, and he says, you know what, Rich, this business is evolving. We're staying up with it. We're evolving with the business, and we're all learning, and the opportunity is better than ever. and I'm excited to be part of it. And I was really thankful to hear that, and he encouraged me just talking to him about that. His name's Frank Robin. So Frank is a star in our business, one of the top 3 representatives in the country right now, and we're thankful that he's part of our team. And one thing that I can say about Frank, he's going to be on one of our future shows, a couple of our shows, and Bob Saunders, our top representative within our group, is going to be on a show also, and several shows. So they're going to be sharing some of their success. But one thing I can say about Frank is that he's always available. People call him up all the time. He's kind of our expert POS computer guy, and when there's questions that aren't there that I can't handle, I forward them to Frank, and they call up Frank, and Frank is more than helpful with everybody. So shout out to Frank Robins. Looking forward to you being on several of our shows in the future, and to you too as well, Bob Saunders. So today we're going to focusing on some questions situations that are happening to you while you're out there in the field. So let's just go right at it. And some of the things that I was getting, comes from all over the country. This one I had to laugh at, came from Sean Benson in Atlanta, Georgia, and he said, this is an objection that may come up. You're way too good looking to be in the credit card business. You must be doing something else. Now, I don't know if he was referring to me or if he was referring to himself, but I've been doing this for 19 years and I feel really good about myself and my appearance, but I promise you that I've never heard that in 19 years. Now, Sean, if you're getting that, kudos to you. You are a sharp-looking guy. But thank you for sharing that. I had a nice chuckle. But he had talked about one that I've covered several times where he wrote it all out. Everything sounds good. I let my wife make the final decision because she handles the books. And again, sales is eliminating the objections before they come. A lot of times what ends up happening, many salespeople make the mistake and they get defensive on that. When you get an objection, whatever objection that you receive, I want you to smile, big smile, and I want you to shake your head up and down, and I want you to welcome that objection. Be thankful for that objection. Now you're saying, wow, that's not the way I feel, that's not the way I've been handling it. I've been trying to convince them and talk them into it, and that's not working, because if you're doing it that way, tell me if this sounds familiar. You got a card? I'll call you back. We're not ready to make a decision. I'll call us, don't call us, we'll call you, type of thing. I want you to change your perspective. I want you to change the way that you handle everything. No matter what they say, your response is, you know what, Mr. Merchant or Mrs. Merchant, I am so glad that you said that. I am truly thankful that you said that. I respect you for that. Because you know what? I'm the same way. I do exactly the same way. So you're acknowledging their objection and they're smiling along with you. Now you're going to handle the objection. You got their attention. Now, Mr. Merchant, I've explained everything. Everything that I've shown you, you agreed that it's 100% fantastic. I showed you the savings. I showed you our company. I reviewed everything, A+ rated company. I'm going to put everything in writing exactly the way that I explained it. It's all backed up by an A+ direct processor, been in business for a long time. So everything is 100% verified and backed up. Now here's what I wanted to point out. I've been doing this for a long time. I help thousands and thousands upon merchants. I'm not the type of guy to try to convince people or talk people into anything or chase people down. I'm way too busy helping so many merchants. I'd hate to have a merchant have to miss out on this because I wasn't able to come back or I was busy with somebody else. I'll tell you what I'm going to do for you. And I've been doing this for many, many merchants, and they all absolutely love it, and they're thankful that I've been able to do this. There is no money up front. There is no setup fee. There is no startup fee. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that your wife is not going to have any objections to saving money, to having a better program. You know her more than I do, and I'm sure you'll agree with that. I'm shaking my head as I said that. Here's what I'm going to do. No money up front, no setup fee, no startup fee. To save you time and to save me time coming back, I'm going to fill everything out. I'm breaking out my paperwork as I'm saying that. I'm going to fill everything out. I'm going to put it in writing, word for word, exactly the way that I've explained it, word for word. I'm going to give you copies of that today. The equipment does not arrive till approximately 2 to 3 days. That gives you a couple minutes or whatever you need to show her how great this program is. Okay, I know she's not going to object at all. However, the very slim, unbelievable reason that she decides, you know what, I don't want to save money, I'd rather just stay with, if that happens, which I know that's not going to happen, I will mark it null and void, and we will not even install the equipment. Everybody that I've explained that to, they believe that that's 100% more than fair. I'm going to do that for you today because I have much confidence in what I'm doing, and I have much confidence in your decisions also. Does that sound fair enough? And there you go. You break out the paperwork and you start writing them up. Now, most of the time, it's not even brought up at all, because as I'm filling out the paperwork, what I'm doing is I'm getting commitment answers from the merchant. Date of birth, federal tax ID number, they're giving me the information that I need. And as they're giving me that information, what's happening, he's confirming it in his mind that he's going along with the program, and he believes in our program even more. And it gets to the point where 90-something% of the time, it's not even brought up anymore, because I'm assuming he's getting our program. And I've had many instances, he goes, you know what, my wife is we have no problems. Let's just go ahead and do it. I don't even need to bring it up with her. And all that was just a confirmation, encouragement, and then the way you handled that objection showed more belief in you, the way that you handled it, as opposed to, what do you mean you want to talk to her about it? I showed you a bunch of savings, or what should be some kind of idiot if she don't. You don't want to go with that approach. You welcome that objection, whatever they say. Man, I'm so glad that you brought that up. I am so thankful that you brought that up. That's completely opposite of the way that most people handle that type of situation. So I know that's going to help you. Start using that as much as you possibly can. That can apply to, I have to think about it, need to talk to my business partner, need to talk to my wife. That can apply to so many different scenarios. So start utilizing that. I've used that for many years and has helped me in so many ways. Another one that I got was from Elizabeth, one of our newer representatives down in Mississippi. And she asked the question, how do you engage with a decision maker? And this is a great question, because many representatives go a little bit too far with that, and all of a sudden they become a professional visitor. They go in and all they do is talk about everything else except the business. Now they're like, I'm just making friends out here. I'm not making any money, but I'm making friends. Now there's a fine line there. You want the people to know why you're there and what you're there for. Number one, you're there to help them, and you're there to help them with their processing, whether it's to help them save money, to get updated, to upgraded, whatever the situation may be. But you cannot just walk into a business and be business mode all the time. As we talk about in sales, the first thing that you're getting the people to do is to like you. Once you've established them liking you, then they're going to start trusting you. Once they start trusting you, they're liking you, they're listening to you, and then they're trusting you, and they're believing you. So it's that like, listen, trust, and believe. So when I walk into a business, especially on a cold call, I don't bring anything in at all. I don't bring a book, I don't carry anything in. The only thing that they're meeting is me. So I have to make a good representation of getting the people to like me. How do I get the people to like me? Here's where people make a mistake just in life in general, and I call this lack of self-esteem, lack of self-confidence. They constantly talk about themselves. People don't respond to that. They oversell themselves. They walk in and they start talking about all the things they do, all the things they've done. It's me, 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 me. If you're doing that, not only in business, I want you to change your philosophy. I want you to start getting a merchant or a person to start talking about themselves. And I talked about this with my daughters. We talked about beyond sales. I said, you know how you really get people to like you? You can shut up and keep your mouth shut, and they will like you. He's like, what do you mean? Just walk into a place, if you're at a party, you don't know anybody. Go up to somebody and start asking them questions. Ask them more questions and even more questions. As they're responding, as they're giving their response, you acknowledge that. Wow, that's fantastic. That's great. That's awesome. Man, that's wonderful. You're able to do that. Is great. Build them up a little bit. Encourage them a little bit. You can have a 25-minute conversation with somebody. They did 20 minutes and you talked maybe 5 minutes. At the end of that conversation, what do they say? Wow, man, you're really cool, man. It was really nice talking to you. It was really nice getting to know you. Really down to earth, really nice meeting you. And you walk away from that, you're thinking, man, I didn't even say nothing. And that's the point. Get the people to talk about themselves. How do you do that? By asking questions, by giving compliments. When you walk into a business, there's plenty of things up there in that business that people are proud of. I walk into a business, and especially down in the South, I see a lot of businesses that will put up signs like a church sign or something, a verse that's up there, and I'll compliment them on that. I'll say, man, that's one of my favorite verses. That's great. Wonderful to see a business that's not ashamed of the gospel at all. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to respond. They're going to say, yeah, that's us. All our blessings come, wherever it may be. Or if they're a business that has a picture of a deer head, or if they got something, any kind of picture or something in their business, or you walk into a business, you say, man, I go into a lot of different businesses like what you're doing, visit hundreds of them. And I got to say, this by far is really beautiful in here. Whoever did the decorating, absolutely fantastic. What are they going to do? They're going to say, man, I don't like you. They're going to say, thank you so much. So what I'm doing, I'm being sincere, I'm being genuine, and I'm getting the people to like me. And that's what you're trying to establish. That's called selling yourself. So, Elizabeth, that's a great question. How do you get to people to engage with you and quit the talking and start the listening? The best salespeople are the best listeners. If you don't get anything from this show tonight, I want you to get that. And I want you to repeat after me. The best salespeople are the best listeners. So great question. These are wonderful questions. Here's one from Brian Longton in Texas. I really like the idea of the cash discount program, but I'm afraid I'll lose customers. What do I tell my customers? Great question. And the cash discount program is it's just as new to me as it is to you. And I'll be honest with you, it's something that I am starting to get into more and more. And as I've gotten more into it, I'm like, man, this is a great program. It really is. I walked into a business today, as a matter of fact, and I gave about a 2-minute presentation. The guy goes, man, that's a no-brainer. I'm ready for it. I'm like, okay. I was thinking about I had to give this 35-minute long presentation about cash discount. Keep it simple, all right, when you're explaining it. Very simple presentation. How does the cash discount work? When you walk into a business and you're explaining it, say, I want to get your opinion on something. Because what I do, I've been doing this for 20 years. I'm able to help 99% of the businesses. I have a couple different programs. One just came out. Either way, this is a no-brainer. I'm going to be able to save you money. No question about it. But I want to run by something from you, with you right now, and I want to get your honest opinion about this, because everybody that I've shown this to, they absolutely love it. And it isn't just brand new. This has been sweeping across the country. Thousands of merchants throughout the country we've been able to help out. They've been doing this in Europe for years, and now it's finally making it here. It's called cash discount. Have you heard about that? 99% of the time they're going to say, no, what is that? Now I've got their attention. I'm going to save them thousands of dollars on their credit card processing. It's simple. It's going to help increase your cash flow. And what we do, it's all backed up by the credit card companies. It's patented. It's 100% legal. And it's not the surcharge program, because that's not legal. I run into merchants that are trying to surcharge and it's not legal. What we do from here on in, I'm assuming the close, you're going to get a sign that's going to say all of our services have a 3.75% fee to it. However, if you would like to pay, if you'd like to save that, we have a cash discount. So it's called cash discounting. That's how it works. And then you break out your book and you show it to them. Show them what the sign is, show them the equipment. It takes special equipment to do it. And then you show them a receipt. Here's how it works. It's real simple. The fee total, the 3.75 service fee is added right onto it right there. So it's all explained right there. And everybody that we've set up with the program, 99% of the customers say nothing. They understand that these rewards cards and all these fees keep adding up, and they understand that. But what you're going to do going forward, you are going to teach all your employees, including yourself, this question. When they come up to the counter, you're going to say this: would you like to save 3.75% on your transaction today? And they're going to say, yeah. Well, how do we do that? Well, we take by paying cash. If you get pay cash, you're going to save 3.75%. And that's how you handle it, rather than saying, hey, by the way, we have a 3.75% fee. So it completely changes the whole psychology right there. So I just covered 3 questions, and we're going to do a lot more shows. In fact, I've got, like I said, 20 some odd questions. So I promise you, I'm going to dedicate the next couple shows to helping you in the field. I want to ask you and encourage you, each and every one of you, to start sending this to me. All the things that you're going through. I got things about how do you handle people that have square. I got one here that says, you guys are all the same. I get calls from you guys 5 times a day. That came from Rich Urso. So I've got that. Those are coming up, I promise you. I wish we had an hour show, but we're down to the final minute of the show here. So those 3 things, thank you for those questions. Take those, absorb those right there. I know they're helpful. I know it will bless you. I know it will give you success. So those questions that we got, fantastic, phenomenal. Let's keep bringing them in. I am here to help. All the people that are on the show are here to help you. Have a super fantastic, dynamite, exciting day. Commit to excellence. Commit to being the best. Remember, today is God's gift to you. What you do with this day is your gift back to God. Be blessed, be encouraged always. I'll see you on the next show.